हॅलो स्टुडंट्स, वेलकम टू अवर चॅनल महाराष्ट्र मीडिया. मी ऋतुजा लावरी महाराष्ट्र मीडिया आमच्या यूट्यूब चॅनलवर तुमचं मनापासून स्वागत करते. तुम्ही अद्याप आमच्या शैक्षणिक चॅनलला सबस्क्राईब केलं नसेल तर आत्ताच जाऊन सबस्क्राईब करा, बेल आयकॉनला क्लिक करा आणि सर्वात आधी नवीन व्हिडिओची नोटिफिकेशन मिळवा. महाराष्ट्र स्टेट बोर्ड क्लास 6 इंग्लिश चॅप्टर नंबर 2.7 योनामाइन अँड बुशी टेक्स्टबुक क्वेश्चन्स अँड आन्सर. क्वेश्चन 1 आहे, रीड द स्टोरी अँड राईट अबाउट द फॉलोइंग शॉर्ट. क्वेश्चन 1 आहे त्यामध्ये ए, योनामिन चिरू ऑफ ओकिनावा. आन्सर, योनामाइन चिरू was the most admired girl in Okinawa. She was intelligent, tall, strong, beautiful and so well trained in karate that no one could beat her. She had put a condition that she would marry the man who would defeat her in a fair light fight. Then Kojo. Answer, Kojo was one of the first men to ask for Yonamin Chiru hand. He was so tall and well built that his hands were like a shovel and his legs resembled like trunks. He played foul and broke the rules of the games and thus lost his chance to marry Yonamine Chiru. Bushi Kyo. Answer, Bushi Kyo had decided to marry a girl who enjoyed wrestling. He was trained under the karate master Sakugawa. He was such an expert that he was recruited by Shoko, the king of Okinawa, to be his personal guard. He did not want to marry a delicate, fragile girl, but someone who was big and strong. He defeated Yonamine Chiru in a wrestling match and thus won her hand in marriage. Then next, question number 2, discuss and write 1 to 2 lines about the following. A, Yonamine ideas about marriage. Answer, Yonamine had her own ideas about marriage. She had declared firmly that she would only marry a man who could beat her in a fair fight. Second B, how Bushi defeated Yonamine in the wrestling match. Answer, the wrestling match began with Yonamine and Bushi bowing to each other and then began the attack. Both used their best techniques and it looked as if the match was going to be a tie. But at a crucial moment in the fight, Yonamine paused very briefly. Bushi took advantage of this and brought her down with a swift punch. See, why Bushi told Yonamine not to travel at night? Answer, Yonamine decided to visit her parents. She told Bushi that she would leave in the evening and return the next day in time to cook dinner. Bushi told her not to travel during the night because there were bandits roaming about and it was not safe for women to go out alone after dark. D, Yonamine fight with Bushi distinguished as a bandit. Answer, Bushi's wife decided to go to visit her parents one evening. Bushi warned her not to go out alone at night because it would be dangerous as there were bandits around. Yonamine, his wife, told him not to worry as she would take care of herself to teach her a lesson because he thought she was overconfident. He disguised as a bandit. He ran ahead of her and hid behind a tree. He confronted her as a bandit would. Yonamine with her swift, sharp attacks made the attacker conspicuous. Yonamine then dragged the attacker and tied him to a tree and then set off to her parents' home as if nothing had happened. E, the lesson that Bushi learned. Answer, Bushi learned not to underestimate anybody, especially women. Third, divide the story into different sections to show the different events, the time periods in it. Give a suitable title to each section. Example, finding a suitable man for Yonamine. Kojo comes forward and is defeated. Answer, Bushikyo accepts the challenge. Bushikyo wins Yonamine Chiru's hand. Bushikyo and Yonamine happily married. Bushikyo decides to teach his wife a lesson. Bushikyo learns a lesson himself. Question 4. Write a short monologue using one of the following ideas. Write down the monologue and present it in the class. A, Yonamine's father worrying about getting her married. Answer, I am Yonamine Chiru father. My daughter is intelligent, strong, beautiful and well trained in karate that no one can beat her. This is where the problem lies. She has become of a marriageable age and I would love to see her married. After all, she is my only child and I want to be happy. She is the heir to all my fortunes and I want to see her married off happily when I am alive. I know that there are men who wants to marry her, but I am unsure if they want my daughter for her fortune. To add to this misery, my daughter has put a condition regarding her marriage that she will marry only that man who will defeat her in a fair fight. She is so well trained in karate and that I barely see anyone defeating her. I am really worried for my daughter and I hope she finds her match. Then Bush is disguised as a bandit. Answer is I am Bushikyo, husband of Yonamine. My wife is overconfident and thinks herself to be strong and an expert in karate. I forbade her to travel at night, but she refused to listen. I felt that she must be taught a lesson for her own good, so as Yonamine left for her father's place, I disguised myself as bandit wearing shabby clothes, smearing dark color over my hands. I covered my face with a scarf and hid behind a clump of trees. When I saw Yonamine passing by, I jumped from behind the trees and tried to attack her. But Yonamine was too swift and sharp and attacked me instead. Besides, she also tied me up to a tree and left for her father's house. Then question number 5 is form groups and hold debates on the following topics. Make bulleted list of points in favor of the topic, means pros, and those against in cons, 3 to 6 points each. A. Debate on boys cannot cook or do any housework. So pro, today boys can cook and do household chores. A vivid example in the program MasterChef, in which we can see more boys than girls participating and normally the boys end up winning the finals. Cons, that is outside the house. In the house they expect everything to be done either by their mothers or sisters. Second, after the 1960s, men or boys do more work than they used to. Even today's boys feel that cooking and household chores are women's work. Third, there is less housework to do because of machines that makes more easy and so is quickly done by the ladies in the house. Boys should remember that it is their house too and should get started and help in the chores and lighten the work. Let us conclude this debate by letting everyone present that there is no her job or his job. Today men and women have to share equal responsibilities because in most of the families both parents are bred in earners. Sharing responsibilities makes more lighter and quicker and a sense of equality prevails. B. Girls cannot do everything that boys do. Pros. Indian society still thrives on male ego, wherein girls are secondary and are not allowed to do what they want. Cons. Today times have changed. Girls can do whatever they set their hearts to. Second, there is no taboo for boys. Indian society feels that boys are better than girls in every respect. Today, a lot of changes in the laws have given girls the confidence to stand equal to their male counterpart. Third, girls are not allowed to take a part in many games as well as jobs, terming them as boys' games or boys' jobs. Third, today's society has become more open to the idea that girls too are capable of playing any game or doing any task. See, you should never lose a match. Whenever we play, we should play win. Winning and losing are two sides of the same coin. Second, participate only if you know for sure that you will win or don't participate at all. One cannot predict the result of the game. You cannot tell how the ball will turn. How you can be a hero or a zero. You cannot always win. Winning is a great feeling. You feel you have acquired the world. This feeling is only for some time. Losing is also a part of the game. We learn from our mistakes and can always do better. D. You should admit your mistakes. It is always right and a good habit to admit your mistakes. You feel good. Many a times when mistakes are admitted, it fires back. You are always blamed. Admitting a mistakes make you understand that you have done something wrong and you should not repeat the same. Admitting a mistake many times is not taken positively. You are taunted about it every time. Admitting your mistakes keeps your consequence clear. Though one should admit one's mistakes, one does not admit because of the attitude of the people surrounding him. तर अशा प्रकारे आपला जो चॅप्टर होता 2.7 योनामाइन अँड बुशी याचे क्वेश्चन आन्सर संपलेले आहे. सो थँक्यू सो मच स्टुडंट्स फॉर वॉचिंग अँड कीप वॉचिंग महाराष्ट्र मीडिया.